Ada for refusing to thank my partner after he yelled at me and threatened to rip up my dog's travel documents. Edit, we've been together 3+ years and I wouldn't say this is normal behavior for him. Not excusing it, but I think that's important to note. Context, we're visiting his, 30 meters, family in a high-risk rabies and screwworm country and found out we need an additional document by a vet here in order to fly back. I, 30F, asked if he could accompany me to the vet, which already annoyed him, since I don't speak the language, he doesn't either, but more so than me, and want to make sure we have all of the necessary documents. The vet cussed 2 papers, one which I knew we didn't need. He was bothered that I asked the woman at the counter to confirm what the second paper was for. Anyone with a dog knows how much each certificate CQN cost you. In the car, I said I would call the airline to confirm what was needed as the language barrier made communication difficult and I don't want to take any risks having to quarantine my dog. This bothered him and he started talking down to me in a rude tone, saying the vet's already answered our questions and that he took 40 minutes out of his day for this. I responded saying I don't get why he cares/is triggered by me wanting to double-check documents with the airline. He kept raising his voice and then told me he was still waiting for me to say thanks for the ride. At this point I was annoyed and just said I'm not saying thanks to someone who's been yelling and talking down to me this entire time. I know, petty. He freaked out and stopped the car and said say thanks or walk the rest of the way back. We sat in silence for a few minutes. He drove back, took the papers from me and threatened to rip them up. He then texted me from the same house saying I will tear it up unless you say thank you. Ada for being petty and refusing to just simply thank him? Is he Ta for being rude to me in the first place and threatening to tear up the dog's papers over? I'm not sure what. Are we both Tas?